I always thought about harming myself.
I'm shy. I struggled with making friends.
I never thought I could do anything. I have extremely low self esteem.
Lately, I've been eating my pain away. Just throw it back up. I've been struggling to lose weight.
Somebody said I don't fit in just because I wear my hair the way I like it.
1 out of 5 American girls suffer from mental health problems. Don't be that girl. Talk to someone.
Those thoughts I had are long gone, for I have a future I need to get to.
In order to get better, I had to do better. I learned how to make friends.
I believe in myself. That's when everyone else did, I set an example.
Instead of me eating everything, I started watching my calories. The weight is falling off.
I wanted to change my hair, but I decided it was for me. It's for me.
A PSA from the Curvy Girl Project.
To Expose Under the Sun. I am Suzanne Jarrett, known as Chief Silent Storm. We are here with a couple guests, and today is sponsored by the Detroit Native Sun. Valerie Lockhart is our publisher and our sponsor. And I'm here with Aaron Cooper, and he's with the Inkster Housing Commissioner's office as executive director. So we welcome you here, and we have my partner, Larry Alexander, my special guest always, and I welcome you. And I just want to know more about you, Aaron, and before we get into it, but this is just a community to shed light to different community partners, different leaders in the community, especially in Inkster. We want to shed some good light to Inkster, so welcome.
Thank you. Well, thank you for having me here. Also, thank the WHPR and the Native Sun for allowing me to be here on such a important topic, be able to speak on an important topic. So, thank you.
Absolutely, yes. So, how did you hear the call to be a servant and serve the community? Where did you come from? Tell us about yourself.
Sure. So, I like the word you use, servant, because that's really what we are. That's really what I do. I serve the public. And I started my career in Toledo, Ohio, as I like to say, a wee bit property manager.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Didn't really know what I was doing, but I was permitted and allowed to touch a lot of things. I had some good people along the way, good mentors that just really helped me understand what it meant to serve. Mm-hmm. And so I held many roles in the housing authority. From there, I moved on to Cleveland, which Cleveland has one of the biggest housing authorities in the United States. And I was fortunate enough there to, again, continue to serve as our Director of Asset Management. Really big portfolio. I was responsible for over 10,000 public housing units.
Wow, that's major.
Yes. It was a lot. But it really allowed me to see and really learn, how people lived, what I could do for people, and just what my calling was. Mm-hmm. And so fast forward to now, I saw an opportunity in Inkster, Michigan. I'm from Ohio, so didn't know what Inkster was, didn't know where it was located.
Okay.
But it was an opportunity to fulfill the role as the executive director. So I applied, and God allowed me to enter into this position to really take it on. Inkster has had its history as it relates to housing. And so I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I had confidence in myself, and I have a good team, and so here I am.
I love it. And I know you have a law background. Let's talk about that, too.
Absolutely.
It's very impressive, your background, by the way, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
If you don't hear that enough.
Thank you.
We need to give credit where it's due, especially amongst our people. So.
Thank you. Yeah, I received my degree in criminal justice from the University of Cincinnati. I studied risk management as well as legal studies. I thought I was going to be Johnny Cochran at some point, but it didn't pan out that way. But the skills that I learned, I use them now.
I was going to say
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
crucial
Yeah.
just for the environment you're coming
Absolutely.
into and being able
Absolutely.
to assess and to really have that critical thinking.
Yes, yep, absolutely,
yes.
absolutely.
So you may not have needed it in that sense, but you're using it in a whole other sense.
Thank you, Johnny.
And to using all that to actually serve the community,
Yeah.
Directly,
Yeah. Yep.
And I love that you said God led you, so we're believers, and all glory to God, because without
Yes,
Him, we
yes.
wouldn't be where we are, and so
Yes.
At all.
that's important. We are servants first, so we,
Yes.
applaud you and just glad to know you and
Thanks.
to be able to partner with you in what we're about to do and embark on. If you want to talk about what that looks like for Inkster, and what you have planned ahead, or
Sure.
where you need help.
Sure. So I'll probably take a step back if I could, and just what a housing commission is,
Yes.
if I may. So housing commissions are typically chartered by the state, and we administer HUD's is the Department of Housing and Urban Development. We administer their low-income housing programs, their housing choice voucher programs, known as Section 8 housing. And so also a lot of housing authorities or housing commissions, as it's called here in Michigan, they're affiliated with the city. And so some are ran in conjunction with the city. Inkster Housing Commission is standalone. We were
okay.
once a part of the city, and roughly 10 years ago, I think we split or so. So we're our own organization, but we work closely with the city.
Okay.
We work closely with our partners like Fearless Minds.
Yes.
We have a lot of different partners because we provide housing, but we also provide services, and those services really help our residents become self-sufficient. For our seniors, we would like for them to just age in place.
Yes.
Seniors typically they may not be looking to move
Yeah,
or looking
absolutely.
to take on a new job or what have you. So,
Yeah.
we just want them to be comfortable and age in place. So, we're a standard housing commission.
Okay.
But, I like to say what we provide housing, but I think it's also stability. When we look at some of the things and some of the key statistics here in Michigan, with 14% homelessness, 52% of that is African Americans.
Wow.
High. Yeah, very high. 35% roughly of Inksters in the city are renters.
Wow.
And so the median income in Inkster is $39,000. So it's a lot to be said about providing some sort of affordable housing for those
sure.
that need it, and that's what we do.
So how can someone get involved? Is there criteria to get housing? Is there a wait list? And how can we find out how to get placed on or find how to get involved?
Great question. Well, we have a website. It's inksterhousing.org. On our website, you can go and see our different properties.
Okay.
We have what's called a pre-application process.
Okay.
So one can go to our website, find our pre-application. They also can come to any one of our facilities and pick up an application. When you fill out the application, it's just that it's a pre-application.
Gotcha.
Housing authorities are governed by, again, HUD. So there's numerous processes and bureaucratic,
tape.
a lot of red tape, bureaucratic process. I will say that, and I know it can be frustrating in dealing with government. As a representative of government, I know, but we try to make it easy for folks. So just, again, you can come to our facilities, you fill out the application. You will be placed on a wait list. We do have preferences right now, and so I'm glad to say through our board of commissioners allowed us to adopt some preferences, which allow certain populations to get housing kind of as a
Good.
priority.
Indeed.
And those are victims of domestic violence,
Okay.
homelessness, as well as sex trafficking abuse, and that's gaining a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of attention. now. So those 3 key populations receive priority.
Okay.
So if you are one of those, please feel free to come in, fill out an application, and we'll process it and go from there. So that's kind of our
Awesome.
standard process.
Well, I love everything that you've said. I want to give a shout out to Charlotte because she's, very helpful and
Absolutely.
always pleasant and welcoming. So to her and to yourself as well.
Thank you.
We like to deal with like-minded people, fearless minds.
Yes,
We're a
absolutely.
spiritual ministry, so we offer programming and different resources. So to lock arms with you all and to, be able to see where the need is in the community and just be able to help. That
Sure.
means a lot to
We're
us.
definitely
and-
better together.
For sure. That's our slogan.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's good. I like
Yeah.
that. Well, and that's true. Collaboration. No one can succeed nowadays alone, especially after the COVID environment. Prices and everything has skyrocketed. There's less resources. Some businesses have closed. Some still aren't open.
Yeah, right.
So collaborating with you all and Fearless Minds and other entities and partners is what we do. Because again, we just couldn't be successful alone.
No, we can't sustain long term.
Absolutely.
We all need funding, so
Absolutely.
why not share and go after these grants together and put it to use to what we need and
Yes.
kind of put our hats together and assess the communities.
And grow the community as well. So that is number one on our list is growing the community and kind of there's something that you want to remove as far as whether it's some of the things in our programming, even like I would love to see our homeless programming go out of business because there's no more homelessness, So things like that, that we're just gonna beat it until we just can't anymore, and we'll pass the torch at that time. But as long as it exists, so do we. So I definitely look forward to growing their opportunity and ridding those bad things other communities. So
Absolutely, and I like to give a shout out to your organization, Larry, as well as the Calaf Apartments in Inkster.
absolutely.
When I first arrived in Inkster, and I seen the facility, which is right across from our facility, and I learned more about what it is, and it's definitely unique. And so, again, those are just services that's right there in Inkster. They probably don't get enough recognition,
No, a lot of people don't even know we're there.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so, again, I give you all credit, yourself and Kurt, for doing that. It's not easy.
Yeah,
not easy.
We
Not
definitely
easy.
receive it, and and shout out to Mr. Kirk Edwards.
Yes, Kirk Edwards. I was going to say that. We
my-
definitely have to
my
shout him
brother,
out.
because he did a long time by himself.
Yeah.
And it was just an opportunity at first for me, to conjoin, but now, I bear his burden. But we appreciate him,
Yes, we
because
do.
it's like, wow, just the heartache and the beats, the beatings that we receive
man.
on from the municipalities to the people we're trying to assist, and it's a job for sure. But the motivation and the steadfastness that he has showed over the years, we applaud you, brother, because
Yes,
it's a
we do.
lot of work, man. It's
But it's
definitely a lot of work.
it's definitely a great opportunity that most wouldn't have. So we definitely appreciate Kirk.
Yeah, indeed. So, and so again, we just look forward. Myself, Suzanne, and Kirk. We talk, on a regular basis. What everyone have on their mind. How it looks going forward. And so, now we're going to bother you as well,
Yeah,
because
for sure.
No bother.
Family now.
No bother. No bother.
so
No
to
bother.
grow this thing out, bigger than any one of us probably has found it to be. So on your marks, get ready.
Yes, and I know we're getting ready to do some developments as well. So I know you have this blueprint to your project. If you want to talk about that, we can showcase that.
Yeah, absolutely. So what you see in front of you is a projection of our phase 1 Right now, we oversee one of our developments is our Lemoyne development. And so Lemoyne consists of roughly 250 single-family and townhomes within Inkster. Nice-sized neighborhood.
Yeah.
But like most public housing authorities and housing commissions, we're underfunded, and that's not a negative on HUD. HUD is a governmental entity like any other government,
Yes,
whether it's
sure.
the Department of Defense, whether
Absolutely.
it's the FCC, and so Congress appropriates funds each year. And HUD is just another branch of government that gets its portion, and that portion trickles down to housing authorities. And we just don't have the funding to be able to maintain what we have. We do the best we can.
We definitely can relate.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We do the best we can. Us, our staff, our board, and the municipality of the city, we do the best we can. But we realize in order to do more and to provide a product for the future, that's what we need to do. So in doing that, we're seeking the funding. We utilize funding sources from MISTA, whether it's funding sources from the city, private developers, private business. So if you're out there, please come to Inkster.
Yes, we need help too.
We are seeking funds. Yes, we are, collaboratively.
Yes, absolutely.
But that's what we're trying to build over the next year or so, and that's just one phase.
I was going to ask you when you projected the build out.
Probably 2024. If we receive the funding this year, we would try to break ground in 2024, late 2024.
Okay.
And that's just one phase. Buildings like that is what we're trying to provide throughout our entire portfolio. Similar models, I should say, but it takes the funds.
It does. Yeah.
And until then, we're dedicated to our residents. We're going to continue serving them, but
Absolutely.
we know that the future, we need to provide a better product,
Yes.
and that's what we're trying to do.
Absolutely, you're doing it, and we would love to be a part of that. Maybe we could do a joint fundraiser of some sort and just campaign and go at this and just shed some more light on Inkster and beyond, because we do have a camp that we want to develop on, and that could be a healing area for the residents of Inkster and beyond. So
Absolutely.
we extend that, and we're just looking forward to seeing this grow out.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
But we're servants first. So.
Thank you. Absolutely. And we'll make it happen. I'm confident that over time, we'll find the funding. I mean, this topic of affordable housing is something that is gaining a lot of momentum. It's on the forefront of whether it's the politicians.
Sure.
I mean, you can just see it. I mean, it's almost unaffordable to live in certain areas now.
It is, for sure.
Definitely.
Maybe not even almost. It is.
It is.
Whether
Definitely.
it's downtown or what have you. So there's a place that they call it the missing middle. I don't know if you heard that term. Mishta has talked about it, where kind of like the middle class has disappeared.
Yep.
And so we just want to make sure we maintain that and help folks build wealth and equity, in the right way in terms of housing. So
Yes, and building wealth, that's something that we, strive to work on with Larry's background in finance, incorporating the financial education, because that's really where we're going to help the people of our communities.
It's about understanding it, know.
And starting from the youth.
Introduce it, then, having
Yeah.
them understand it. So, And then also, too, Aaron, tell us about some upcoming events.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I started at Inkster again, understanding that it had its share of concerns and issues throughout the years, that what I wanted to do is to make sure we brought some positivity to Inkster and to the Housing Commission.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so last year we held our first annual what we call our Resident Appreciation and Safety Day.
Okay.
Which it went very good, but this year, it's going to be 10 times bigger.
Absolutely.
It's on July 20th at Lemoyne Park. Number of sponsors, a number of politicians will be there, but more importantly, we want all our residents to come. We just want to be able to say thank you. That's really it. Say thank you. And a lot of service providers. We have a lot of donors. So again, that's July 20th at Lemoyne Park. We want all to come out, even the surrounding community. You don't have to be a resident of Inkster Housing Commission.
I like that.
And obviously we know that you will be there.
Absolutely.
Yes, we'll be there. We will.
Aaron and I
Yes.
both will be there.
Sounds like a shopping trip. I need an
Yeah,
outfit
there you
for
go.
that.
There you go.
Oh, Lord.
No, seriously, we will definitely support and show up.
Thank you.
And that's what we do. And just to connect and build these relationships is really what's going to help change, the atmosphere and the mindset.
Absolutely.
And also to
Absolutely.
we'll be lending services at that event as well.
Good.
We'll come out there, prepped for registry, and and actually, sharing with the people who we are, introducing ourselves, and what we have to lend to them.
Good.
So
Good. Well, we look forward to it. We really do. It's a fun time. And again, we do it for the residents. Even if it's just a day.
Yeah.
We know that we're not perfect. We know that we have our own struggles, and we don't hide behind that. But what we do, we try our best, and we do what we can. Like you said, in opening up, we're servants, so that's the mindset we take. And having an event like this just allows people to kind of get away for a day and just have fun.
Yeah, and that's great. And they can see other community members out there. They can be fed maybe spiritually, physically, and mentally. So
Indeed.
we look forward to that. That will be posted on your website as well.
Yes.
Do you want to shout out your website?
Yes, it's inksterhousing.org. We also have Facebook, Inkster Housing, and so we have a lot of good postings, provide a lot of good information and content. So please follow us on Facebook and share our content. It's only out there to help those that are in need.
Awesome. And if you will, what could you say to other people that might want to get involved, or some sort of positive message to the youth, in finding their way to serve, or like how did that look for you?
I think if I had any comments or recommendations, I would first start with the youth. With the youth, I would say stay in school, get your education, and pray. I think that's totally appropriate. And I think if you do those things, you remain confident, you'll be led in the right way. I definitely would encourage those non-youth, adults or what have you, that just find what you can do for people. It may not be your daily job, your day-to-day job, but just simple acts of kindness, volunteering, things like that, really can help change a community,
for sure.
a city, a state. And so, that would probably be, if I had to make any type of suggestions or recommendations for our youth and non-youth, it would be that,
I love that.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
that's positive. And you, Larry, what would you say? I put him on the spot.
That's
That's
okay.
the first time I've ever seen him that quiet.
Well, it wasn't that. It was that I have so much to say. I have to
okay,
decipher.
okay.
But I always use the analogy, be determined, not discouraged. You're going to get things that may push you back. But what you have to do is push back. Keep moving forward, keep pressing, and knowing and understanding that everybody's birthed with a gift. Once you learn that, you know that it's to be shared and not, kept within. And it's for you to connect with others, to build it up. And always, stay consistent and persistent. And for me, I say my motivation, is everyone's consideration, but that's not where it comes from. God has you. You know what I'm saying? He said, put your faith not in man, but the one who created man.
Amen.
And so that's in conducive to what you just said. So that's what I have to say about that.
I love it. Awesome, powerful words, and I'm so appreciative for you all to be here today. And
Before
oh no,
yeah.
Oh no, I thought I was getting out of here.
We have to recognize this special day that it is Suzanne Chief Silent Storm birthday.
Oh my goodness!
I was
So,
gonna
happy
skate through.
birthday.
Just thank
Happy
you.
birthday!
Thank
you
you.
didn't mention that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm younger. I'm going backwards.
There you
Yeah,
go. That's
reverse
all right.
time.
Again, you
That's
know,
all
she
right.
is
That's all right.
Thank you.
something years old today, and you know,
29.
29.
Oh,
We'll go with that.
yeah,
I have a
we're gonna pull it out of
25-year-old,
the-
but you know.
Hey,
you know,
that's
we're
all
gonna
right.
pull it out the hat. Sure. You know.
Thank you.
Happy
I
birthday
appreciate that.
to you.
We're you.
Happy
Thank you,
birthday,
thank
and many
you.
more to you.
Yes,
Absolutely.
we're accepting
Many more.
cash.
There you
and,
go.
You know, shopping. No.
And
There you go.
I'll be singing to her all day long. You know.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I thought I was
Indeed
going to
so.
get off.
No,
with
not at all.
that.
Absolutely,
Not at all.
absolutely.
Now I lost my train of thought. No. So how can we be a support to you and you know, helping to build the relationship in Inkster?
Yeah, well, we have our standing board meetings. I would say one thing is the third Tuesday of the month at 6:30.
Okay. Is
You
that
know,
virtual or live?
No, it's yeah, we do it virtual too, Zoom, but we also are in person at 4500 Inkster Road.
Awesome.
And I say that because that's where we really talk about our business. We invite the public. If there's public comment, we want to hear from the public. And so, you know, I would say, you know, attend our board meetings, whether it's virtual or in person. I would also say that we have started a nonprofit arm. It's called the Inkster Housing and Redevelopment Corporation.
Awesome.
Nice.
It's a 501c3 for charitable purposes. But our main mission is to develop affordable housing.
I love it.
So, you know, we have Inkster Housing Commission, the entity, but we started our nonprofit entity. So we do accept donations. But we also are looking for partners for that entity.
Okay.
When it comes to building and redeveloping affordable housing as well.
Okay.
And that entity, our board meeting is the first Tuesday at 6:30 at 4500. So we have two
Awesome.
different boards.
Okay.
So I'm.
Well, we like to stay busy,
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
can see us
we
there.
always hopping, you know. But it's good. You know, and just generally, just the support. You know,
Definitely
again,
got that in
I
us.
always say we're not perfect, but we do a good thing for the citizens of Inkster. We service Wayne County, also Ypsilanti. A lot of folks
okay.
don't know our housing choice voucher also goes through Ypsilanti.
Awesome.
So I would just say support. You know, advocate. You know, speak about affordable housing to your local politicians because it's needed.
Indeed.
Very much so. Well, we look forward to our connective collaborations and partnerships. And until next time, I am Chief Silent Storm. I thank you for being on our show today, and to you,
thank
Larry,
you.
and for all you do in the community. I know it's not easy, and just continue and let God guide you and order your steps as we do. And just, you know, we're servants first, and
You're
the funding will
appreciated.
come, and everything else will fall into place. And,
Thank you.
my wish for you is to just grow this out.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And sponsors, you know, here we are. So you can find us at fearlessminds.com. Aaron, your website is
inksterhousing.org.
awesome. And I am signing out. Chief Silent Storm. Darwin Griffin will be your co-host next week, Tuesday. If you want to call into the show, it's 313-868-0342. If you have any questions, the website is www.tv33. We're on Roku, Apple, Instagram, and Facebook. And we're just glad to be here. And we're signing out. Anything else you wanted to add?
Just
before
thank
we
you.
close?
Thank you for having us. And just a shout out, if I could, just to my staff and our board. I always like to recognize them. I do all the talking. They do all the work. So to staff, thank you. Board, thank you.
Thank you, staff.
Yes, thank you, staff. Anything for you? We do have about 2 minutes before we close out. So if you have anything else.
Well, now I'm stuck on that one. You know,
That's okay.
You know, to select, but no, we're again, you know, we can't reiterate enough of how we look forward, you know, to partnering, you know, with the entire community, you know, of Inkster, not just you know yourself, but to lend our services and to grow it out beyond, you know, the streets of Inkster. Yeah, this is definitely a new motivation, you know, that we have, you know, knowing that, you know, we can come in and assist, you know, not just partner but assist, you know, with what you already have going on. So, Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Aaron. We're signing out. It's Expose Under the Sun. I am Chief Silent Storm. Thank you.
Full and Fabulous Curvy Girl Project, we don't just focus on health, beauty, and self-esteem. We also offer an amazing summer program for young ladies ages 12 to 18. For more information, visit our website at fullandfabulous.org. See you soon.